Okay, my name is Dylan Wilson, and I'm a certified master's level instructor with CEO Business Institute. The more you learn, the more you earn. We teach business owners how to grow their business and their income to the next level. And we help countless businesses across many industries to dramatically improve their profits and exponentially increase their sales. Before I get underway, I want to take this time to thank the Long Beach Chamber of Commerce for having us here today. They are a wonderful organization and provide a valuable service to the community and business owners. Let's give it up for the Chamber. Okay, one of the things that we were trying to determine is what topic we would share with you today, because 30 minutes or so isn't a whole lot of time. And we actually have an event coming up on Saturday you do not want to miss. So what we decided to go with was covering social media marketing. A lot of people ask about it, and they're doing it, yet not really monetizing, not really making money from it. So we're going to cover in roughly 30 minutes a strategy that you can use starting today, that you can start acquiring new clients for your business today. That sound good?
Yes.
All right, okay. Does anyone here have a Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter account, something like that? Okay, what do you have, Hank?
Facebook and
LinkedIn? Are you able to consistently generate leads from it? No, okay. And what do you have? No. And that's pretty much the answer that we hear a lot of times. It's like everyone has these sites and everyone's doing all social media marketing, yet no one's really making money from it. You hear these stories, oh, I got this big account from Facebook or something, yet no one knows how to consistently generate leads. And the reason why no one knows is because you don't have an effective social media marketing strategy. That's what we're going to cover today. The information you're going to learn today you will not find anywhere else. There won't be any books, blog posts, websites, articles, nothing like that. So take careful notes and pay careful attention to it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to explain what social media is, divest it of its mysticism, make it very easy to understand and leverage. And the first place to start is you have to understand how it's different from traditional advertising and sales. In traditional advertising and sales, say you're sending out your direct mail piece, your radio spot, TV commercial, what have you, the advertisement goes out first, prospect calls in, and you sell them your product or service. So sale takes place first, then the relationship. You build a relationship with them to ideally cement the relationship to retain the account. Social media marketing sort of flips the script, where you build a relationship first, and then the sale takes place later. And you build a relationship by usually providing them something of value, some information or something, and they follow along with you. And they could buy from you a couple hours later, a couple days later, a couple weeks later, a couple years later. Now, ideally you become a thought leader as well. So whenever they think of that topic, or they think of that product, they think of that service, they're thinking of you and asking for your advice or seeking your advice before they buy. And that's what you want. Now some people ask, well, what about relationship selling? That you're still building a relationship there. And for those of you unfamiliar with relationship selling, it is a type of sale or sales strategy where you build a relationship with a prospective client along the sales cycle, and ultimately they buy from you. And that's different because if they don't buy from you, most people do not continue trying to build a relationship with them. And just like with any other relationship, it's not a real relationship until the I do's are exchanged, until the marriage takes place where they actually buy from you. Then the relationship changes. So that's where it's a bit different. Now, to get started with social media, when you're putting together your social media strategy, and I'm serious, when you want to make money from this stuff, and we have, there have been businesses who've significantly cut back on their advertising costs to focus on social media marketing. Most small businesses, could leverage social media and get, realistically probably generate maybe 50 to 60% or more of their sales just from the leads from social media marketing, if not all of them, depending on the industry that you're in. That's how serious and significant it is. All right, so the first place you want to start is with branding. And everyone hears about branding. We're not going to delve too much into it today. We're going to get into more in that in the event we have coming up. Yet we have to touch on it because you have to have this before you start your social media marketing. You should not put up any of your profiles or any sites until all this stuff is done. Okay? So what is branding? For this to work, for social media to work effectively, your branding has to be strong. Your strategy has to be defined. It means you have to know exactly what you want to get from this. You have to have specific goals going in. And your expertise and message has to be clear, or you won't get any results. And if you're not getting results now, that's why. Okay, so Here's how branding fits in. Decades ago, there was only like a local store. And if you wanted to get soup, you go to the local store and get whatever soup they made. Then supermarkets came. And they carried maybe 6 different types of soup. If you weren't familiar with the other brands, you'd probably buy Campbell's, right? Because people buy brands, they don't buy products and services. What a brand does is it promises the same consistent positive experience every time. So you can buy with confidence. So let's fast forward ahead to the internet. When the internet first came out, it was new. There were not a whole lot of businesses online. So it was easy to make a buying decision. Yet now there are literally millions of businesses online, right? Locally, nationally, and internationally. All competing for local markets in the U.S. So now branding is more important than ever before. This is why it's so important to have that established before you launch a social media marketing campaign, or before you actually put up those sites and everything. Okay? Now, we're going to move forward into the marketing and sales portion of it. Now, in marketing, are any good sales people in here? Anyone describe themselves as a good salesperson in the room? Joel? What's your name? Bill? Bill? And Jack? Okay, we've got some sales people here. Everyone should be raising their hand, by the way. Okay? And this is important to know. This is why this is an important part of it, too, why you're not leveraging social media as effectively as you could. In business, you must win 2 arguments. The logical argument and the emotional argument. This is in both your marketing and your sales. You win your logical argument through your value proposition. And some of you may have heard this before, especially some of our sales professionals may be familiar with the value proposition. If these things are not in place, you will not be able to grow your business. Guaranteed. Okay? Your value proposition is the logical case that you build that convinces a prospective client that you're the best choice for them. Because they have many options. Regardless of how